So we've made a basic drawing of what our kitchen looks like, and now we're gonna start measuring. We measure in millimeters because millimeters are to what degree we work to. Quite important, so don't work in meters, centimeters, try and narrow it down to millimeters. Right, so we're gonna start with the first wall, which is quite easy because we've got a counter and we can then run our tape along that wall, make sure it's in the corner, and then we take our measurement. So rather measure slightly shorter than longer, because if it's slightly shorter it's okay, but if it's longer, if your cupboards are too long, it's too long. So try and measure. If you're not sure about 5 millimeters, rather cut the 5 millimeters than add 5 millimeters. So on this wall we're going to say 2800. We'll then write that measurement on that wall, 2800, and just make little marks like that so we know exactly what that measurement refers to. We're now going on to the next wall. Now that wall is quite long, so we're most probably going to have difficulty, but if you're in lockdown and your partner is there or somebody, ask them to help you. It's always easier if you've got somebody holding the tape on the other side. Sometimes you might not have a very strong 8-meter tape, so you might have a shorter tape. Get somebody to assist, make it a family affair. So we're going on to the second wall. Here again, we've got a counter, so it's quite easy to extend the tape right into the corner. And I'm now measuring up to the door. Remember that I can't put cupboards in front of the door frame, so I need to end short of the door frame. So I want to measure the actual wall, and the door must exclude the frame. So I do not want to measure the window frame at this point because I need to put cupboards where they are wall and not where the door is. So on this wall I'm going to work on 3220. Again, it's a little bit short, but I'd rather measure short than longer. So next thing, what we're going to do is we're going to write down that measurement. So that's 3220, and then again indicate what that measurement refers to. So you want to show that it runs from the door or from the corner to the door. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure the door. So I'm measuring the door, and this measurement then includes the door frame because I can't have any cupboards there. So this measurement then is 855. Write down that measurement and again indicate that it's 855 and it only refers to the door. So the next measurement I'm going to take is from the edge of the door into that corner. So I can indicate that's what I'm going to measure. So here we face a situation that households would often face when you're remeasuring a kitchen. There's something in the way. I can get onto a step ladder and measure from the door into the corner, but often you will find that it's not going to work. So I need to come work around this. So what I want to do is I want to measure from the edge of the door to where this cupboard starts, and then I'll measure the cupboard, the actual cupboard. So that's going to give me the total length of the wall. So here we're basically sitting with 10 millimeters. So it's not a lot, but we're still going to count it for what we're doing here. Let's say that might be longer, but so we're going to add the 10 millimeters. Let's write it down before we forget. So I'm writing there 10 plus, and I'm now going to get the balance. So the balance I'm measuring from the wall to where the cupboard ends, and that's 900. Okay, so there I know my total wall is 910. Okay, so another difficult one. I need to get onto a step ladder and measure from the corner to the edge of this passage. If you've got a step ladder, if you've got somebody that help you, get on the step ladder and measure that. I'm just going to take my tape measure, run it to the edge of or into the corner, and I'm going to measure that as 655. So I'm going to round it off to 650 just to be sure, again measuring slightly short. 655. Next thing, I'm going to measure the passage, the opening. 795. Write that down, 795. Then the next wall, and here, how am I going to do this? Am I going to work over that? No, let's just go to the bottom, it's easier. So I'll measure it from the corner to this is 1060. Write that down, 1060. Now I'm going to measure this pillar over here, get those measurements, and then last thing is going to be, I'm just going to finish the rectangle, so I'm going to measure across from there to there. So let's get these measurements. This measurement, 235, because I want to measure a little bit short because I can't have cupboards going past this round. So I'm going to work on 235, and on the return it's going to be 315. 235, 315, and then I always try and keep my drawing in the same way as what the room is, to just keep yourself aware of where you are, because things can go wrong and you can take the wrong measurement on the wrong wall. So it's always nice keeping it in the same space and keeping it in the same direction as what the room is in. So the next measurement is now basically to close off our room. This is quite a long measurement, so we might want the family to assist, but let's see if we can get this right by ourselves. We might want to take one or two measurements. If you haven't got a long enough tape measure, most of them will go up to about 3 meters. So try and work to 3 meters, make a mark, and then start with the next measurement. If you can take it in one, it's always safer because you can't miss anything. So we're gonna go there, and that is 4755. We're going to write this down before we forget it. 4755, indicating that it runs from that wall to that wall. Now we basically got our room. A couple of other things we need to do, but in essence, we've taken the measurements of our kitchen.